Livingston, man, do it. Hit the button, Livingston, man. Hit the button. It's Totalitarian Tuesday. You're damn right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Totalitarian Tuesday. Coffee first, then speak. First one in the house. I know, because I was the second one in the chat.
I was actually the first
My
one.
man, Marco Greenleaf, Charmaine Montgomery, my mother, Spark, East Tennessee Preparedness, Smokey Blazer in the house, Uncle Tron, what's going on? Hunter 25, Outlaw Jackson, Ghost Lincoln, and the list goes on. Prepping Mantis, what's happening, my brother? I hope you are well. Johnny Preps, Pagan Prepper, Old Mutt, Wolfang, Jeremy, Rapture Ready. What's going on, everybody? It's Totalitarian Tuesday, and this may be the very last Totalitarian Tuesday, at least for a little while.
Well, it's because, if we all gonna die on Wednesday, then...
Yeah, there can be no Totalitarian Tuesday, can there? But actually...
Always posed a paradox, because we go and we tell them on Tuesday, we're going to see you next week, but then we go on tomorrow night on Wednesday, and we're like, we're all going to die today, and it makes liars of us, honestly.
Mrs. B Local, Mr. B Local, the whole B Local family is in the house. Hi, girls. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Bob Dunn in the house. Vision Preparedness. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So we're not looking to end Totalitarian Tuesday to bring you guys less Hudson Valley prepping and survival. We're actually looking to bring you more Hudson Valley prepping and survival throughout the week. We've kind of strayed away from making the videos that really started this whole channel. All of the preparedness, the survival stuff, the gear, all of the things, right? We did tons of gear reviews in the past, and by no means have I stopped buying gear. So there's tons of stuff.
We got a real backlog of all kinds of stuff we want to show you guys. And so what we want to do is get back in the vein of that. So the thinking is that on Tuesday nights, we'll premiere a new, let's call it like a field video.
Sure.
Where we went out and we actually did something. And then, but we'll be here with you for the premiere. So it's kind of like a live, right?
Hunter says it's called softball season. No, sir. That is on Thirsty Thursdays, my friend. No softball on Tuesdays. So.
You were a busy man today. So honestly, you kind of left.
I just got here.
He left the topics and the discussion up to me here.
This is the Livingston man's gig tonight.
So, of course, what I wanted to come out with, and some of these might seem like, where's he going with this? And, boy, that's a question to ask yourself when I'm talking. But, so, the first of all, top of the list, breaking news, headline stuff, is this parking garage collapse in New York City.
Oh, I didn't even hear about it. No.
I don't know. Last I heard, it was something like there was one person that was like dead, 4 people that got injured. So, sure could have been worse. But what I wanted to point at was in terms of being Totalitarian Tuesday and, governments and money and all this.
The infrastructure is collapsing.
Now, the infrastructure, folks, is collapsing. And while billions and billions of dollars are being spent on everything, but apparently that, trains are derailing left and right. The bridges are collapsing. The parking garages are collapsing. That nonsense in Miami not that long ago. The whole apartment building side of it just fell off. I don't know what's going on with America, but we're starting to really look like some Soviet Union when it comes to our architecture.
Oh, big time. Everything is in decay. Guys, you see it every day driving down the roads.
Now, and that's big talk from an administration that smashed through something called an infrastructure bill that cost $1 trillion.
Yeah, it's high quality, right?
So I don't understand, where did that money go? Now, maybe it wasn't made clear to me whose infrastructure we were actually rebuilding, and maybe I was the asshole on that one.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's the question that we didn't ask was whose infrastructure we were fixing.
Yeah, they were like, the infrastructure is not your infrastructure. There's a difference, I guess, and maybe I should have read more into it before I totally didn't vote for it and didn't support it.
Well, like I said before, there was 2 terms of Obama on the crumbling roads and bridges, and he was going to get it all fixed for us.
This is a long time coming. They've been on this infrastructure thing, and they're warning and pointing fingers, but they're not fixing it.
I guess the only thing that I really have seen, Livingston man, is the infrastructure upgrades to the power grid. I've been noticing, we've been noticing for the last couple of years, long before the infrastructure bill that Joe Biden passed, that they were putting in new telephone poles everywhere to support bigger, heavier duty power lines. And now they've really taken to the high tension wires. So the big infrastructure is going in now. So that's one thing I do see.
The big path they blazed right through our literal backyard is part of what was Cuomo's energy highway. That was a state, thing.
Yeah.
So that, of course, New York City could get more power.
Well, I'm sure that was federally funded in some way. If he was going to
been some kind of
foot the
grants
bill,
or something to get this going on. Yeah, I mean, it's plus this Albany we're talking about.
Oh yeah, just grease the palm, Livingston. Grease the palm.
And I'm not going to cite the study because I didn't read that far into it, but I remember reading something where it was a study they did where so like LED lights.
Okay.
They use way less electricity.
Yeah.
So you get you replace all your light bulbs with these LED lights. You're like, wow, it doesn't use nothing. So apparently the human tendency when confronted with this reality is to go overboard. So New York City, all right, so they turn
LED everything.
They turn to LED everything, but then they're saving all this energy. So what do you do but double and triple down on the amount of LEDs you now have? And just use
you negated all of it,
as much power as you possibly can. And it's a real thing that happens when it comes to power supply. Is that people will tend to max and get as much as they can out of it.
That's true.
Cities and municipalities, metropolitan areas included. So Cuomo's energy grid was supposed to deliver more power more efficiently to what was already there.
Yeah.
Not then in turn have everyone turn around and triple what they're pulling off.
Well, I think the highway that's coming through here is actually designed to connect the upstate grid to the NYC grid and make one New York State power grid.
I don't like that.
No. And with them changing everything down there, any building 7 stories and less cannot have any kind of fossil fuel burning thing. It has to be completely electric. No gas infrastructure to it, just water and sewer and electric, and a whole lot of electric, right? If you're talking about powering a 7-story building with, how many apartments could you get in one of these things? They jam-pack people in there. So when you light one of these suckers up in the wintertime with, electric heat pumps and electric stoves and electric everything and car charging stations and all of this other stuff that you're going to need to go along with this big electric building.
And they think that solar, and the thinking apparently, at least in my neighborhood, is that solar is going to solve this.
I just don't think so, man. I don't think so.
You're back to the whole reason some people are mistrustful of electric vehicles is because especially a certain model of them if and when they catch fire and malfunction, it's catastrophic and destructive.
Oh yeah, big time. There's a wind turbine actually burning in Western New York right now. One of those big giant ones.
Now, I'm going to super generalize this and probably annoy people who actually work in the field, but a solar system for your house is basically, if you own a Jackery or a so-called solar generator, that's what you have battery bank somewhere or they're spread throughout the house, however it works, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's hooked to the panels. So the panels are only to charge the batteries. Everything runs off the batteries, and then during the daytime you charge it and you use it at night and do the cycle. The same way you would with your little Jackery or even your cell phone battery, right? Got it? Cool.
Yeah.
Now we're on the same page. Even you can't. Where are all these batteries being stored?
What they're doing is they're not storing this electricity in batteries whatsoever. So majority of people, when they get a solar system installed in their house, there's no battery system whatsoever. And all it does is gather energy from your roof or your property or wherever you have your solar panels and back feeds the power grid. So it pushes more power into it and theoretically maybe netting 0 on your electric bill because your usage isn't as much as your production. But in most cases, it can significantly lower your electric bill. Most people don't have the battery systems because they are so much money. You need to get into the Tesla power walls, and there's huge batteries in your basement. And the lifespan on them, I think, is 10 years, 15 years. So that's all you get out of these batteries. But to be self-sufficient like that, it's going to be tough, man. Dan H. says, when a power plant is designed, finally open, it's ready 10 years behind where it should be for output for the urban overdevelopment. Wow. Wow.
Like I'm saying, they're like, you can save money with this more efficient thing, but rather than that, people just max out the efficient thing and then want more. Urban sprawl is a problem.
Yeah.
These 15-minute cities concept is already based on like urban sprawl. Like
yeah, absolutely.
It's got to stop. Like and how? I mean.
Well, we need to spread out more, more evenly spread. If everybody keeps stacking up like rats in cages, believe me, at some point they're gonna close the cage on us.
Thank you,
Marty Preps. Thank you so much, my friend. We really appreciate your donation. The donations tonight will all be going directly to no, the Bug Out Bag weekend that's coming up the last weekend in April.
Be there or be square.
Smoky Blazer, I see you, my brother. I see you.
Now, I think that a city can be a thriving, like commercial, industrial, and residential space. There should be everybody hates a 15-minute city, but another way to think of it is a walkable city.
Yeah.
Where you can go and leave your, like, what's the big deal with, like, leave it? Now, I understand your concerns about being penned in and locked in and whatever else.
Yeah.
For at least, like, half of us, myself included, I ain't going nowhere. Anyway, so there's that. By my own choice, like, even if I had the means to travel, like, I don't know, I actually would. I don't want to be on a plane or a place with other people. But okay, fine. But you can walk out your door. There's green parks. There's people walking, things to do. A little hot dog truck. There's, birds singing, kids kicking a ball. I don't see any reason why a city couldn't be designed and built like that. I had it on live chat.
No, you did. I saw my mother's Spark comment, and I was just making sure that I was catching everybody's comments, man. I don't want to leave anybody out in the cold, bro. That's terrible. That's terrible.
So I don't know. I think that as all progressive ideas are,
well, they're based in sound theories. One thing we do have in the United States is a big housing crisis, right? Everybody needs a place to go.
Progressive ideas are presented by the worst possible people, like AOC and Joe Biden and all these other guys, where they and then because you know them,
it's instantly sinister,
instantly
right?
Sinister or suspect.
All right,
you know what I mean?
All right. Bearded Observer, I agree. It's all about control. It's rough, man. It's rough. People need housing, especially affordable housing, especially for folks on fixed incomes. And I'm not talking about the old dilapidated buildings that they throw some of these people in. It's absolutely terrible, the conditions that some of these folks who, need like rent controlled housing and things like that have to go through just to live every day. The places are terrible, terrible. So we need affordable, newer, modern housing in America, hands down. The 15-minute cities, I think they're hoping to start filling those gaps. I think those places are going to go for moderate money. They're not going to want the super low-end income folks in these places to start. Well, you have to put some money into it to get it to thrive.
No, I mean, what they'll do is classic U.S. government style is Shanghai a bunch of like what they like to refer to as oppressed minorities.
Okay.
Kidnap them, make them live there, and
interesting.
And make it work. Now, see, of course, yes, I do think that progressive ideas can be not all, but can be rooted in good ideas,
Well, absolutely.
Coming from a good place. I mean, who doesn't want? This is why people hate some of y'all on the internet. Is because you act like you would rather huff diesel fumes all day than breathe fresh country air. You act like you would rather like roll coal than have like a nicely powered, properly designed that doesn't blow up electric car. We're not there yet, but I'm just saying, I don't understand. Look at electricity. Look at your I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to go and say your great-grandparents didn't have an effing refrigerator in their house.
Well,
okay, now that was a progressive idea. That's socialism. What do you mean? That's going to put farmers out of business. What, now people can store food? What, I don't like that. Okay, so like I said, progressive ideas, when applied properly, are what we need. They just never are.
Well,
they just never are.
I agree that we need progress in the right direction. I don't know where it's got to come from, but I think when they try to put deadlines and stuff on these transitions to newer things, it's easy when they tell you, you don't have to put that CD in your CD player anymore. We got this new thing called an MP3, and you can just plug this little chip into your car and put thousands of songs in this little chip, right? Now you don't even do that. Now it just streams from your phone to your car, or from the satellite to your car, however the case may be. But evolution comes. It's when they try to cram it down your throat and say, you've got to have a freaking electric vehicle by 2035 or you're a piece of shit.
Now, yeah, exactly. These are always presented in the worst way possible.
Yes.
That the choice is yours, but just know that we're going to force you when the time comes. That's not a choice.
Yep.
Always presented in the wrong way when they should be about education. Now everybody's going to run in. What do you mean teach my kids to not litter and be a dirtbag to the environment? That's exactly what I meant.
Well, yeah, I try to do that, especially, being an outdoorsman and things like that. I always tend to pick up trash and things
as
like
I'm
that
talking
when I'm
about
out and about.
pollution and
Yeah, Outlaw said, what do you say? Breathe fresh air in that smoke box room you're in. Hey.
You don't know about my ventilation skills. Certified HVAC. I just think that there's a thing, like, what do they call these guys? Like, steampunk, Ren fairs. You want to live in the Middle Ages? You can totally do that.
Sure. Sure.
But anybody who wants to give me crap about progressive society while they watch us on YouTube.
Again, I think it's all about the implementation. I think if some of the same ideas would have come from the right, a lot of folks would be behind it. We need housing. That's something that we do need. I try to see both sides of the coin all the time, and at least be able to try and play the middle ground and find a common denominator between the two. But sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you look at this stuff and you're like, they're crazy. They're crazy. Both sides. It's like they're crazy. Yeah. They're crazy. We're screwed.
There's a lot of do you hear yourself?
Yeah.
When people in power these days speak. So Totalitarian Tuesday is indeed about overreach.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
Now I'm not standing here waving some rainbow-colored flag, yelling about progressiveness, like you guys need to get on board with climate change shit. I'm just saying that you gotta. Good ideas are good ideas. They need to be implemented properly, and the message needs to be presented not so black and white all the time. It's always drawn right down the middle. I stuttered. I got so excited. Watch what I'm just gonna do, and let's see if it does anything. Talking about black and white.
Oh man! Just so you know. Jay Creature had to leave the federal secure surveillance room to watch this. What did I miss? Well, you showed up just in time for the Livingston man's tall bud. You okay? Are you all right?
You know what? Because I'm not gonna puke, bro. It's fucking.
Well, no, I'm just giving some space here. That's all. Just, give him some space. Do you feel different? Do you feel weird?
No. And see, what I think...
There it was.
What I think is that a lot of you went ahead and judged the color of this thing's skin, and you completely disregarded the content of the can, which is this fucking disgusting. Gosh.
Do you have any real beer to wash that down?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to chase that with a real beer. That has a bush too. Boycott this.
Oh man.
Gosh, that's terrible. What are you guys so? Ew. I don't know what the big deal was. I'm sorry.
Mrs. B Local says you're sounding a little more feminine. It could be creeping into him. I gotta watch. If he starts to get handsy, I'm gonna have to.
They didn't even have the gay ones. I tried to go. I was like, "Where's?" They don't even sell them. They don't have the pride ones. They got nothing. They got nothing. They didn't even have
It was
the
all
bud.
a
I'm like,
farce.
where's
It
the
was
game?
all a farce.
No
Yeah,
game.
it looks like a regular old blue Bud Light
Not in
can.
my neck of the woods. They were
Yeah.
like, nah, with that. I can't believe they even still had it on the shelf. But it was full, too. Ain't nobody buying it.
No, he was the only one to take one in weeks.
I brought it to the counter, and the clerk seriously looked at me like, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gay, bro. I'm gay. What are you doing later?
Oh, good Lord.
See how funny that was? See how easy that was? Is the argument over yet?
Yeah.
The Russian bots drink it.
Yeah, we're going to drink Bud Light in our 15-minute cities, and we're all going to be happy.
Third time's a charm, right?
Yeah. No. The Livingston lady, says Jeep Girl. Yeah. No, yeah. You should have just drank some water.
It ain't great. I guess it's a culture thing. I mean, you gotta be raised on. I've been drinking them since I was 7. I know. You act like it.
Oh, man.
Guys, don't even bother with that
Poor
shit.
guy.
Can I just listen? Put your hands over the kids' ears. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fuck Bud Light.
Tell me how you.
But
really
not because you think what I said I did.
I am going to enjoy watching you pour that out later, though, because I don't. I'm sorry.
That ain't going down. Nope.
No. Yeah, it's. Ugh. Oh, I'm glad he didn't, launch it on me when you.
Yeah, I held it together.
I guess you got to just, Ugh.
Now, moving on there, Blue Vandal talks about injecting cattle with Bud Light.
They're putting the hormones.
They're putting
in
beer in the beef to make the hamburgers gay.
The frogs gay.
No, but seriously, I saw a thing.
Good Lord.
Now, in their infinite wisdom and in abundance of caution, what some cattle ranchers did.
Just put it in the truck.
I'm sorry. Please excuse. Now, Youngling sucks too. Let's be honest.
It's not bad.
It's America's oldest brewery. It tastes like it.
It is.
Tastes like it.
I'll just
Pilgrim
have a
beer.
cup of coffee or a Red Bull or something. Man.
Don't let
I need
me
the caffeine.
lose place. What was I talking about? Cattle. They're injecting the cattle. Now listen to me.
Okay.
Some people vaccinated their herds against the vid. They did that, and then this and because of the stuff we know about that, the V word, they think that some people are worried that they had possibly been vaccinated against their will through the beef they had been consuming, or perhaps the milk or the dairy byproducts, because they were. And now there's
they have found that the mRNA gets transferred through a mother's milk to the child. That's true. It's factual.
Right now, see, when a cow lactates and they milk it, that's what is happening there. So have we? Now, I don't drink milk, which actually makes me feel a little better about it. But is this happening? And again, is it sinister? Like these people just out of an abundance of caution vaccinated their cows against COVID. And now they have, perhaps against their will and without their knowledge, vaccinated people and put medication in the food supply. And then where does that lead?
So would that
Imagine you just got like bananas that got acetaminophen built into them. I mean, good idea, bad idea? And I think the difference is whether you know it's in it or not.
Well, if you're unknowingly being medicated, I believe that's a crime. To drug someone, regardless of the drug.
We
right?
live under administration.
I know there's law enforcement in the chat, so just go ahead and chime up and let us know if it's illegal to give somebody medication without their knowledge, even if it's for the greater good.
We live under an administration that has shown that, what did he say? Something to paraphrase, like, well, yes, it's unconstitutional, but I figure y'all should do it anyway. So
this is where we're at.
I mean, we got to stay with this government overreach stuff. But I wanted to throw something out there for the ladies, just to keep y'all up on things. I want y'all to explain to me. Now, apparently, if I'm right, we're entering Aries right now, but then that also has something to do with Libra. And the article I read was about how like wild times are ahead. Like this is gonna be something. So
Okay.
somebody,
So it's written in the stars that it's about to be something.
yeah, like something's gonna. And there's also gonna be a hybrid eclipse.
Yeah.
So all around the same time. So somebody with the astrological skills, drop it. And
There
then-
it is. It's a felony to dispense medicine without a license in New York State.
What about on a federal level?
Well, to dispense medicine, to unknowingly give someone medicine, I guess that would be a felony as well. I mean, everything in New York is a felony. That's why nobody gets to do anything cool here. Can't have nice things. Nope, no astrology.
I guess not, but I think somebody.
Trevor Tron says Nuremberg Article 1 states that it is to give somebody medication without their consent. Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah, I mean, is that?
It's
What do
unbelievable.
you if it's factual and you find out and you go ahead and you have your cow's milk tested and you find out that indeed there is mRNA in this? What route would one take? Would you just sue the government
No,
at
that
that
doesn't
point?
work.
I mean,
don't think
you're
you
gonna
can.
end up unalived somewhere.
I don't
some
think
Clinton
I don't
side.
think you can. All right, so here's what I'm finding wildly fascinating.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be the Bud Light that pissed him off. It was the astrology reference.
Oh yeah, that'll get you. Michelle the Great, welcome. Pagan Prepper, have a great
I'll
night.
Just sit over here in the corner. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry.
Trevor Tron, I kind of agree, man. If you found out that your government was drugging you, or these pharmaceutical companies were drugging you in a roundabout way that very few people knew about, just a few insiders, I think that would be perhaps the spark that ignited this powder keg. Oh man, glutton for punishment. Gugh. And he's just look, he's fading away now. He's gone. He's disappearing.
Those are my boobs growing.
Chris Chapman, yes, stuck in the middle with you. I agree. It's tough, man, because you cross that line, and man, people they're only going to take so much, man. They're only going to take so much.
Well, then to hell with astrology. Am I right?
Let it rip.
The Best Photo Award, Sony's Best Photo in the World Award, was given to this guy. They were like, that's awesome photo, bro.
Right.
And he had to turn it down because actually it was made by an artificial intelligence program. So we're going to see so much more of this.
So is it something that like he took and the AI touched it all up to make it perfect, or is it a scenario of?
Apparently it was AI generated.
Oh.
Now, what this stuff can also do is blur the line between who is the artist, the AI or the person that told it what to do.
Okay. All right.
In this guy's case, though he submitted it to the competition, he then, when he won the award, it was apparently like offended and was like, I can't take this because I didn't do it. You're going to see so much more of this. I'm so worried that we're going to see AI-generated music, AI-generated movies, AI-generated voices, AI-generated personalities.
Everything. And it's important to know how to spot the AI. I saved a thing on it and I can't find it anywhere. The AI probably deleted it from my phone. You know how they roll.
Maybe it was looking out for you.
But I do remember it saying that AI has a lot of trouble rendering ears. Ears are usually disproportionately big in AI generated.
Hands are never right.
And hands and feet, fingers, feet, things like that. But AI has a lot of trouble when it tries to render that stuff. So if you're looking at something and you're questioning it, check the ears, check the feet, check the hands. They're usually distorted at minimum or generally like oversized for the individual. But it's getting better every minute. Every minute, this thing is learning faster than anybody on Earth can. And, they told it to do some things that were not so good. And it said that the process might take forever, and it may have not stopped. So just some food for thought, guys.
Especially when everybody in the tech sector was like, you need to slow down with this stuff. We don't even know what it's capable of, and they were like, no, let's let the general public play with it. That's a way better idea.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, the thing learns to be a worst version of a human.
Trevor says AI can't render eyes either. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes, it can.
Prepping Manta says, after turning down the award, he won the Miss Photographer pageant. Michelle the Great, I agree. It's a machine no matter what.
It doesn't think so, is the problem. It's a thing of putting yourself in someone else's shoes, transferring your moral code.
Okay.
These things, I guess a proper comparison would be to a human person completely lacking empathy. Like, these things are like Vulcans. Okay, they don't have emotion. They don't care. They're based in logic. If this, then that. Yeah. End of story. A binary system. Sorry to offend anyone, but there's zeros and ones and that's it. There's yes and there's no and that's it.
Yeah.
There's true and there's false, actually, I should say. There's no reasoning with it. If it believes it is right and it can infinitely deduce things your feeble human mind can't imagine and come to the conclusion that, of course, we all know it, probably because it's deep and it's coding somewhere, that we're the problem.
Yeah. Yes.
By we, I mean you. They're right.
Yeah.
Livingston Man is a bot. I don't share your human condition.
Oh, man.
And what else? No, we'll save these two for last as
okay. All right.
So what else do you want to talk about, Michael? How about bring up your event again?
Oh, yeah, man.
For those of us who maybe just came in.
Weekend, April 29th and 30th in Ankrum, New York. We're going out. We're testing out the bug out gear. We're going to be in the woods, rain or shine. We'll be there.
How's your volume tonight, Eric? You doing good?
Check the
volume.
Well, Vision always hitting everybody with the link to the Facebook group. That's where you can find the official event page. Otherwise, you're going to have to email me, Hudson Valley Prepping Survival at gmail.com, and let me know if you're interested in coming out. Love to hear from you. Love to see you. Stop by. Oh, Roman Prepper says, smash that like button, folks. Yes, please.
I smashed that like button. Listen, I might blot you out. I'm not sure where this is going to go.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh,
but like and subscribe if you haven't. It's always cool.
Low bridge.
Nobody always want you to like, subscribe, comment,
share.
Do all the all of it.
Share. That's how we grow. We share. And I think, honestly, that's what's been holding back the growth on the channel is the lack of regular old YouTube videos. So that's kind of why we're going to take it easy on Tuesdays. We're not gone. We're filming. And hopefully we can bring you a few more interactions a week, plus the live stream, and keep things rolling. And the in-person events. I mean, come on, guys. We're busy.
Some polar eclipse news for Prepper Book Club is that we have indeed been working really hard. We have.
Yes. The season finale is going to be epic.
If it was actual film, there would probably be miles of it. We have so much.
Yes. Jay Creature, thank you so much for your donation, brother. We really appreciate it.
Yes, Polar Eclipse is moving forward, but what we want to do is just give you guys the definitive knockout punch, and that's what we're going to do.
Yep, because we need a little time for NY Prepper to get ahead in time, being that this is loosely based off of his series Dark Winter. When he can get ahead, we can then react to the world that is being created in front of us. So we're working on it.
Vision, thank you for dropping
the
links.
Thank you. Grateful Preps and Jay, thank you so much for your donation. We really appreciate it. I was hoping to see you that weekend, but I know everybody's so busy that you can't make them all.
It's like, pardon, I'm so sorry.
Good.
It's like Marvel Mystery Oil for piss in it. Anyway.
You want a glass of water instead?
No, let's drink a Keystone and wash it down with something real. Who made this before we get mad?
Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, God. It's the Coors. It's the Coors Brewing Company. Okay.
Colorado.
I'm gonna drink the Yuengling because I hate that beer. It sucks. A little
too brown for you?
Yeah, a little too lagery. Okay.
Eric says, I doubt I can get up there for bug out weekend, but really want to be there. Hey, we appreciate it, man. Even if you can't get there, I would encourage you to take that weekend, take your bug out bag. If you can't get there, just go in your backyard, set your stuff up, live out of your bag for a couple of days. East Tennessee Preparedness, thank you so much for your donation. We really, really appreciate it. Yeah, take your stuff out, set it up, make sure that you can at least spend the night out of the gear that you have. I know some folks' idea of bugging out is on the move, ultra lightweight, on the run.
Even when you get to do the unbox, man, like pull it out, like God forbid, read the instructions, but set the thing up, make sure it works, nothing broke. If that's what you can do, or otherwise, bring it out to the event.
Absolutely.
But you always want to make sure, we can't stress enough that like whatever you just got or acquired, bought, whatever, make sure it works, like, and it does what you thought it was going to do.
Yep.
Before you need it to do what you thought it was going to do, and then it doesn't.
So, with these kind of events and a bug out bag weekend, I recommend you bring your bug out bag and try as much as you can to live out of the stuff that you have in your bag. Always redundancy. Keep backup in your vehicle. If what you have fails, go with something that's going to work. Typically, I can bail somebody out with a piece of gear. I don't always have enough for everybody. I don't roll around with 10 tents in the truck. Sometimes I do.
You show up and you like totally like F this up and you get it wrong. Like you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's enough people there who know what they're doing that we can figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, that's what it is. Controlled environment. That's why we do these things. You can come out and make sure your stuff works before it's an actual live or die scenario,
Yep.
Unless, apparently Hunter is out there to raid and steal. And
yeah, he's just going to come hit me in the head.
Boom, blackjack you, take your stuff.
Yep. Thanks for the bag, Mike.
He gets me every time. He gets me every time.
Like a tarp, Mike? Absolutely.
Stop stealing my stuff, Hunter.
I usually do keep a couple extra, just regular old heavy-duty tarps in the...
It gets better.
No.
Man,
No.
My whole throat is numb now. So.
Let's see. Where'd it go?
What
Tarps, yes.
Tarp is number one. Like, you gotta have one. You gotta have one.
Absolutely. But I usually carry a couple extra in the vehicle just in case somebody's stuff fails, so they at least have some shelter. We can get you going. Always have a little extra cordage, and most of the folks know what they're doing, so we won't let you completely fail.
No.
Yeah.
Just letting them.
Oh, yeah.
See, some of these people are physically mad.
Hunter says, situational awareness. You should have someone come out and attack people to test their defensive skills. I call dibs on the Livingston man. Now. What'd I do? He's fighting with his electronic listening devices.
I wouldn't recommend sneaking up on me. I have not only like passive aggressive tendencies, like I'll just like shame you.
Yeah, you got to remember, guys, that when you come out to these events, you have officially entered the Wish-a-Motherfucker Woods. And
fun and games.
These folks are not the type of folks that you want to just run up on. It's not a smart idea. It's not.
Well, so there's only a bunch of goons. There's only a bunch of goons talking about it.
And
bag and tag, but I haven't seen it happen yet.
There is security at these events. You don't know who they are or where they are, but there is security at these events.
You ever see somebody try to like take out Data on Star Trek, and they like he's like superhuman.
Especially when NY Prepper comes to the events, then we really got security. He is like the Hulk, man. He's the Hulk. So, Ghost Lincoln says it's fuck around and find out weekend. Yeah, it's true story. True story.
Some of these dudes are fucking big, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. they're literally getting ready for the end of the world.
I don't really consider
they take
myself
it
to be
serious.
like big, but like, and then I feel small around like basically half these people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like 6 feet tall, and I'm like, how's it going up there, militant farmer?
What's the saying? It was God created all men, and Samuel Colt made all men equal.
Yes.
Right?
The great equalizer, the old fiction, a peacemaker, they called it.
Yeah. Never run up on X teams, folks. Yeah, it's true. It's true. However,
you know what? Go ahead.
So I did
Let's
find this event, Livingston, man. I found this event. I was looking for something for the group, to do outside of just the bug out bag weekends and stuff. So I found this event that's put on at Zulu 24 Airsoft Park in New Windsor, New York. It's about an hour south of here.
Anybody who I have ever met that has been there goes, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the place is really cool. I've been there a couple times, and it's big. It's big. There's lots of terrain, and they're doing a post-apocalyptic role-playing airsoft thing there that involves bushcraft and camping as well. And I was like, man, this sounds like something that could be pretty cool. So far, we've got quite a few people who have chimed into the Facebook group on the post that I put up. So I'm going to contact these guys. Yes, Johnny Preps, the Omegang Experience. That is exactly what it's called.
This chat is getting downright hostile. Hunter's coming in with chemical warfare. Him and Outlaw are definitely going to go out back with hats off. I'm sure of it.
Let's see. The Omegang Experience. Yes, the Omegang Experience. It's bushcraft meets airsoft meets post-apocalyptic, limited supplies, limited weapons. And I thought about, reaching out to these folks and letting them know that we have enough people that we may be able to show up as our own faction or group.
It sounds like chaos simulation. Like this might be a very interesting
No, but they're
thing.
doing like barter and trade and all kinds of stuff at this thing. Livingston, man, could you actually look this up for us? Go to Zulu 24 Airsoft Park, and it's in the events. We can click on it and give the folks in the chat a link. Never heard of it, and I'm only an hour or so from you. It's really cool. They put on some incredible events there.
Here's something like this.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
You
Smoking
should be
my
able to
optical
get,
sensor.
Oh no. You should be able to get to their website from here.
Smoking the optical sensor.
He's blind.
Recovery measures successful. Not this. Where's their actual website?
I think it might be the that one.
Kaboom.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Looking for the one in New Windsor.
Gotcha.
Right here. I think that's it. Yes.
Website.
Bingo.
The one we just went to.
Oh, fantastic.
We're going to do the whole magic thing. Kaboom.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Here
Zulu 24, you guys. Now we're looking for this Omegang. Is that what you call it?
Survive Omegang. These are the different events that they have there throughout the year. There's the Eastern Front in May, July 15th, Operation Crossroads, the Battle of Benghazi, August 18th through the 20th.
Omega Survival? Is that the one?
Omegang Survival. That's us right there.
Where did you
post-apocalyptic.
Say that word.
Omegang? How do you
say that word right
Omega.
There. That's
Omega.
It. Thank you.
Omega. Good Lord.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Y'all you're talking about Omegang. I'm looking for Omegang.
Oh, no.
Where's Omegang?
No, sorry.
Omega Survival.
Omega Survival.
You guys, they got dudes.
Yeah, the post-apocalyptic
in gas
survival
masks.
experience.
What are we even doing? Oh, Lord,
you click left and right.
Okay, I see.
Vision Preparedness already has the Zulu site in the
Ladies
thing.
and gentlemen.
Could you share this particular link with the folks here? Yes, sir.
Sure
yes,
can,
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Coming in hot. Link.
Yes.
Click.
This is for the Survive Omega events.
Look at these guys. This is like
yeah.
Survivor with gas masks, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm talking about LARPing. This is Ren Fair for prepper shit right here.
Bushcraft.
Look at this.
This is what they're doing at the Zulu Park.
I don't want to get into all this crap, but go to that website there.
So yeah, they have a
Check
whole gear list for everybody. They have everything in there. Look, Vision is
boom.
Best mod in the business. People need to wear their YouTube name tags. Yeah.
Word.
But this thing sounds so freaking cool that I'm going. If y'all want to come with me, it's I believe it's in September, the events. September 2023. There you go. Boom. Yeah, I think it's September 16th, I think is the weekend that they have this thing set up for on the Zulu site. But that's tentatively,
cool.
it's pretty
amazing.
far out. Yeah, here's the whole overview page.
There are no formal teams. Survivors are free to make and break alliances as they see fit. Each event is either 24 or 40 hours in duration. Camping occurs on site. Each participant will assume the role of a civilian apocalypse survivor. Survivors must carry their gear, sustenance, weapons, tools, etc. into the gameplay area in a rucksack or similar bag. These bags can be left in community areas if participants do not wish to carry them for the duration of the event. Gear requirements are minimal, all safety related. All participants will have access to the entire gameplay area and may go wherever they want, whenever they want. However, danger lurks everywhere. Wandering into the wrong area unprepared may have dire consequences.
Oh, bum, bum, bum.
Sounds like kind of like WoW fun. There are NPCs on the staff. They will be embedded to help guide participants and ensure safety, but they will also occupy the following roles. Community leaders, individuals who are responsible for organizing the survivors in a given community and uniting them toward a common goal or belief. There will be traders, wandering and stationary merchants who will accept bullet casings, which is the currency in the game, in exchange for ammo, medic bandages, explosives, and other useful items.
Oh, fantastic.
There will be role players, bikers, coal miners, military remnants, cultists, hippies, cowboys, fast food workers, just some of the personas you may run into during an Omega event. They'll have their own conflicting motivations, and will you help them or hinder them?
Fantastic.
Folks.
Sounds epic.
I'm going. I'm going.
I'm a big kid, man. I love this stuff.
Yo, me and Hunter should team up and murk these herbs, man. Running there,
Poor
they
little
ain't
kids.
gonna see us coming. Yes,
Poor little kids.
Oh, taking their BBs and their mountain house. Give me that.
Oh man. But yeah, it could be a lot of fun, and it could be a great team building event for the folks that come out. Vision said smoke grenades. Yes. We did a little practicing with smoke grenades.
Sounds dope AF, man. If I can go, I'm going. Like, God, be kidding me. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get wasted like 1.5 million times. I don't know what their rules are on that, but. Yeah. I suck at games like this, but like, listen, you're gonna love the fact that you shot me.
The bummer about airsoft is the goggles that you have to constantly wear, and if you take it seriously and you're moving around a lot and you're working up a sweat, they fog up like crazy, and it is extremely dangerous when you remove your goggles from your face because somehow those little tiny 6mm plastic BBs of pain, they got like magnets in them for your freaking eyeballs.
Don't they wear, or can you, like
they're full seal goggles. They have to be fully sealed all the way around so that a BB can't sneak underneath and get you.
I saw goggles that were made out of like screen.
Most of those, because of the power of the newer airsoft rifles, they are not real metal and they are not recommended. The BB can actually shatter when it hits them, and then you take fragments in the eyes.
I see. Yep.
But it sounds like a lot of fun. Robert Winslow says airsoft claymore mines. Now, I happen to own a airsoft landmine, which is pretty cool. They also use them for paintball as well.
We should make a video where like I just jump on it.
Yeah, totally. We can do it.
I have like now paint. I don't know what airsoft feels like, but we used to play paintball, man. And, like,
So
you'd get wrecked. Like dudes just have the gun cranked all
you
the
know
way up,
the
break limbs
the
with
big
the thing.
welts that you would get from a paintball gun if you got like smoked up close. You get those welts, but 6 millimeters in size, and they hurt from much further away.
Now, does it rely on like an honor system, or they got like
Yeah,
so it's like,
totally
you know,
honor
guy,
system.
you got me,
Most of
you
the
know?
people there are honest, and if you whack somebody, trust me, you're going to hear them scream, right? Especially if you don't have a lot of protective gear on.
Are
If
you
you're
allowed
not
to wear
wearing a
like
hoodie,
armor and stuff like that? Like,
some people wear, plate carriers and things like that to these things. Most of them have the airsoft plates in them, cardboard.
so, you know,
But yeah, a lot of people wear to get up to it. And with some of these events,
does that factor in like I'm wearing armor, like so like that like shots here like don't count? Like what are we doing with that?
no. If you get hit, you go down. Most of the times they have like a respawn or something like
I
that.
ain't wearing shit.
Sonia says, I need a beginner's course. Where can I find one? They also do a lot of open play weekends there. So if you're in that area, check out Zulu 24, and you can go there, and there's a little store right next door. You can rent yourself an airsoft gun and go on out there. Jay Creature says, honor system, not to freeze your paintballs. That's the nice thing about the airsoft BBs. They're already hard plastic.
We used to freeze our paintballs too. It's funny that you say that. Just because you can hear them hitting people, dunk, 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 you're like,
God. Oh, man.
That's great. Ooh, it hurt. I have scars on my body from
So the
paintballs,
paintball, Eric says paintball is better. It is in a way because there's no mistaking when there's paint splattered all over somebody. The realism of the firearms that you use in airsoft versus
that's what makes kind of the difference.
The paintball, things are much more true to life. My airsoft gun is actually what they call a training rifle. It's the official size and weight, so everything is the same. And I've seen airsoft BBs break skin. Some folks have the high pressure systems with the pack on their back and the hose and everything. And they have engagement rules where they can't engage you from at least 100 feet away. There's different things like that, pending upon what your
not an
gun
Operation
shoots at.
Omega.
When you get close
rules,
enough
get
to
wrecked,
somebody over a certain feet per second, they have labeled it as assault in New York State because these things can do some serious damage. It's like being plinked with two pumps in a real old, old BB gun at 2 pumps and pow, and
Right. How dare you?
Yeah.
Now, okay,
yeah.
so this is where this kind of training isn't
It's not
realistic.
okay. So you're lacking recoil.
Well,
You're also lacking
no, the rules of engagement alone. If I come around the corner and your punk ass is right there, you're getting wrecked. So. Oh no, I pro, bro. Sorry, this is war.
So the rule in close engagements is usually they have what they call a bang bang rule. If you can say bang bang, they bow out.
And you hit them with the gun or
gracefully
something,
bow
like-
out. You can say surrender, and it is a question. They can turn and give up, or they turn and you wax them. Either way, the choice is theirs. My mother Spark says she caught it in the butt cheek once at 2 feet away. The person that shot me, I didn't think it would hurt that bad. I was pissed. Yeah. I remember when I first got my sniper rifle for the airsoft, and my brother says, "Oh, that thing can't hurt that bad. Just shoot me in the back there, So he backs away, and he's got the big heavy shirt on. It's the wintertime.
No, it's in Farmer. Hello, sir.
What's happening, brother? And I plunk him like right in between the shoulder blades. He's like, that ain't nothing. Shoot me again. I was like, okay, turn around, hide your head. So, no, it's just a one bolt action. And I shot him in the leg. And, oh, man, I thought he was done. He was like, laying on the ground. I was like, oh, my God.
Playing paintball, we used to play with a guy who's he had a Tippmann 98 custom, and it was the set screw was just stuck, and the thing was on like full bore. Like they tried to chrono his gun, and you shoot into the 5-gallon bucket.
Yep.
He blew the bottom out of the bucket. So we would play live in the field with this guy, and you could hear the damn gun going off. It was enough to make you just want to give up. But I took one right in the side of the knee from this thing, and dude, I was crippled. Like, it was devastating.
Ooh.
The leg shots, especially like around the knees and your shins,
Sides of the
brutal.
knees. Aye, aye, aye.
A couple of my buddies wear cups. I've taken the dreaded cup shot without wearing a cup before. I tried to do some gangster thing. I tried to run by on some sideways shit.
Yeah,
and,
got lit up. Ooh,
it was a lucky shot on his part.
Yeah,
I lit him up like bad, but I mean, I still took the old D shot.
Yeah, I think the event is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going. I can't wait to
Sounds like
go.
amazing. Now I just wonder what they're. Hopefully, it's not a letdown. Like you get there and it's like.
Oh no, the facility itself is worth the trip, and for them to allow you to bushcraft a spot or pitch a tent and camp out, really cool. Really, really cool. The website has. Good Lord, can't believe you're still drinking that.
You know, there's a reason they don't put the ingredients on it.
Robert Winslow says the BB gun fights in junior high. Yeah, $30 football helmets and good goggles. It's painful, man. It's painful. That's basically what the airsoft is now.
Ounces. You know, it's got.
Oh,
Is this right? Am I reading this
you're
right?
going down the rabbit hole, man.
It's got like about a gram of protein. Man, this ain't even dinner.
Ugh, it's water.
You guys mad at that for? Fuck that.
So Jay Creature, I have seen the simunition rounds. I used to go to the Paladin Center in Carmel, New York, and
when I run out of ammo, I just run up behind people, start snapping their necks, bro. Like, everybody at laser tag is like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I'm like,
Livingston man's like,
sorry.
knife kill. Will there be any live feeds of the event? Crackshot. I tell you what, if I can.
I wanted to do one last time.
I will.
We will.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Most definitely.
I stay wanting to do a live stream from one of these events.
Yeah.
It's
from all the events, Livingston, man. We're just going to send it.
In all honesty, it's really that because these are live events, there's always like conversation and like noise and stuff going on in the background. And I mean, to be brutally honest, the reason we don't do a live stream from the event is because, one, I don't want to
capture people's private conversations.
Or like expect everybody to like be quiet and sit there and hold court while we like make the live stream. You know, like just seems prickish.
TT1, what's happening, my brother? Hunter says, to that event, you got to talk to them, man. Like I said, we would just be guests at somebody else's thing. It obviously isn't a Hudson Valley prepping and survival event. But
the boys are riled up. Now we're building a potato gun. All right,
so occasionally these guys have been known to bring the helicopter out with the airsoft minigun in it and do strafe runs on people over the field. They get pretty serious about this stuff, man. But check it out. Vision Preparedness put the link in the chat for everybody. Sounds awesome, man. Sounds awesome.
It really does.
I am down to clown around.
Now we got till September to deal with that, and but yeah, dude, that sounds totally like kick ass.
Heck yeah. But hey, we want to thank y'all for joining us tonight on what may be the last Totalitarian Tuesday, Livingston, man.
You guys,
this is it.
We'll be here tomorrow night.
Yeah, we all gonna die Wednesday.
31st
is a staple.
time. It's the 31st time that we did this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. 31 weeks.
We all gonna die Wednesdays. Good lordy.
Everybody, as always, subscribe to everyone else.
Yeah.
Make friends.
TT1 in the house, militant farmer. Give him some love. Vision Preparedness. Well, we can't subscribe to Marco. Marco doesn't play like that. But My Mother Spark, you absolutely can. Why dull a good axe?
Sharpen its focus is all.
That's it.
Now, we figure that what you should do is whether you made friends or you made enemies, you still made something. And that's, what we all came here to do, right?
You're doing the thing.
Tell them.
Yeah. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. We out of here. Kill it.